friends, we're off. Well before sunrise. Doing good. And today, if we're lucky, it's a longest hike of the day, of the trip so far. Be about 15 miles if things go well. And if we're lucky, this might be a town day. Probably won't get into town early enough to take advantage of being in town, but if we're lucky, we'll make town. This is Mazama. This is our only resupply this trip. You know, if we didn't need the food, I'd just keep going. We're feeling good and getting closer by the step to our goal of making Canada this year. Heard there was a bear that walked through the camp last night, or right next to the camp last night, but we were already in our tents. Never heard it. It's a small black bear. This area is well known for having lots of bears, and they're very, as I've said before, assertive black bears. They don't care about you at all, so they're very diligent about protecting your food, putting it in the bear cans and storing it in the bear boxes. It's all good. There is a swimming hole here and a bridge, but it's really icy water. If I'm going into town, I can get a warm shower, so I did not partake in the swimming hole. I don't think Top Rock did either. You didn't go swimming last night, did you? Yeah, no. But one of the other guys in our camp did. He said it was nice, but brisk. Anyway, we are on our way away from Bridge Creek Campground, headed up to the 20, Highway 20, cuts across the northern part of the state of Washington, and then hopefully into Mazama. We'll see you up the trail. What just happened?
Wasps.
Yeah, I just got bit back on my butt. I never saw anything. I never heard anything.
Thought it was gonna be a bumblebee. It's getting.
Yeah, mine is.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So you can't see it, folks. It's on my butt. But
wow.
Totally out of the blue. Didn't expect it at all.
We went by a hive.
We went by a hive, didn't know it, and wow. That'd be worth noting, but no way to tell people. Ouch. Yeah. It doesn't look that bad. Hurts like a son of a... Yeah, whatever. All right, let's keep going. You don't realize there are pretty big gaps in the step. It is not very stable. They say refrain from bouncing, but you're going to get plenty of bouncing, whether you're wanting to bounce or not. But you know what? That is an awesome bridge to have rather than having to walk across the river fording it. You know, this looks like a very doable river, but you know, why? When we can have a wonderful bridge like this. So thank you to the engineers who put this bridge in place. What do you think, Top Rock?
Kind of hard to not bounce because it just bounces.
Yeah. Walking across the rocks is a lot more obvious when you're coming from this side of it. On that side of it, you realize how steep it is. Top Rock's now to the white part where it's pretty easy, but the first few steps are a little harrowing. But you can see this is pretty nice. Another one at a time on the bridge over a rather roaring Cascade stream in the Cascade Mountains of Washington. It's beautiful. Top Rock's up there doing a little silk blazing right now. He's taking out those spider webs that are top of his head or lower. I remember when I was watching YouTube videos of other hikers early on in my days of planning to hike the PCT, and I noticed specifically there weren't a lot of recordings or discussions about this portion of the trail. It's the Northern Cascades part. Just a little bit, but not a lot. And the reason I can tell is because unlike a lot of places down south where you see a lot of spectacular panoramic viewpoints and amazing waterfalls, this is just kind of consistently green. There's a section that's nice and green with beautiful flowers. But you know, by the time you get here, you've seen it a lot. So it doesn't stand out as being amazing, even though it is. So people don't record much about it. It's cascading waterfalls and streams and mountains and a green tunnel. Pretty consistent. Anyway, I just wanted to mention, I'm walking uphill. I'm going to mention that I will try and do a few more recordings for this section just because there weren't that many. We have made it to the lion's den. So you can see quite a setup. Lots of space in the back, teepees, hiker huts, some outhouses, and we were told to just head on in and make ourselves at home. And there was towels and hot water for the showers. Well, friends, our day has ended. We're hanging out in Hawaiian shirts and swimsuits here at Lion's Den, which is a hiker haven. Awesome. We did a little over about 15 miles today. Got here just fine. Hitchhiked. Got picked up by a guy that he saw us and figured we must be coming here because he delivers people here from other parts of the state. So he picked us up to bring us here. All worked well. Top Rock, of course, is now injured. He's slower than I am with his knee, and I'm doing better. I am not hurting as much. Hopefully, tomorrow we're supposed to do a 0. We're trying to figure out if we're doing a 0. We definitely have to resupply. The store doesn't open until 7 in the morning, so we can't get away at the crack of dawn. There was a guy here to take us back to trail, but it was going to be dark 100, and we can't do that without food. So we'll do that, and then we'll be on our way. Come along. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy trails. Good morning. Well, today is going to be a 0 day. It's a Monday. We're going to go into town and do some grocery shopping. Not a lot to show you there. So far, we've had a pretty decent time staying here at the Lion's Den. There's been plenty of extra food left over. Hikers had bought stuff and then taken what they needed but left the rest of the packages. So I got about a third, all the snacks, but about a third of my resupply done without ever leaving the hiker hut. But we still got to go into town and get some dinners and some lunches. So that's the plan for today. I don't expect there to be anything else to record, so maybe we'll just see you tomorrow.